It's Wednesday, the 12th of May. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony, and we will get to those news headlines in just a second. But first, let's pause to consider the following celebrities that are celebrating a birthday today. It's many happy returns to actor Rami Malek, who portrayed Freddie Mercury in the recent movie Bohemian Rhapsody. Happy birthday also to the unstoppable but sadly departed all-black rugby star Jonah Lomu, and to a man who is far too old to be on a skateboard, Tony Hawk. It's also the birthday of singer Stevie Winwood, and to the late, great Ian Dury. Happy birthday, one and all. Today also marks the 31st anniversary of me convincing a beautiful and thankfully gullible young woman that I was worth devoting her life to. I've been disappointing her and frustrating her in roughly equal measure ever since. We were supposed to be in Venice right now. We were originally booked to be there for our 30th wedding anniversary, but that was delayed due to COVID. So I shifted the booking back by a year. Yet here we still are, stuck in the UK. So I will do my best to replicate the Venice experience. I'm planning to wear a stripy t-shirt later, and I'll buy her a cornetto as well. Happy anniversary, Mrs. A, and we'll be right back after this.
If you enjoyed this show, please consider supporting us. Go to buymeacoffee.com/demolition news.
And we start today in somber mood. 454 hard hats have been laid out at a building college to represent the number of construction workers who die from suicide each year. The exhibition was organised by Ironmongery Direct, the UK's largest supplier of specialist ironmongery, for National Mental Health Awareness Week that is taking place literally as we speak. The vast collection of hard hats was displayed at the Leeds College of Building to visualise the scale of the suicide problem within the construction sector. Shockingly, male construction workers are 3 times more likely to take their own lives than the average UK man, with almost 9 tragedies a week. As part of its campaign, Ironmongery Direct has partnered with the mental health charity Mind and donated £5,000 to support its crucial services. Furthermore, 100 of the hard hats from the display have been donated to the Leeds College of Building to hand out to its students. Mental health awareness is the topic of conversation for an additional live show I will be hosting tomorrow, but I will be telling you more about that in just a few minutes. But that display of hard hats really does drive home the message, doesn't it? Now, if you were watching yesterday, you will recall that we brought you the news that Kobelco has just introduced a pair of new excavators. Well, without wishing to turn this show into the Kobelco fan club, the company is in the news again. Through UK dealer Molson, Kobelco Europe has supplied £1.2 million worth of new excavators to the Sirius Group. The new excavators feature a custom paint job that amazingly is even smarter than usual Kobelco colours. And if you don't believe me, I'll prove it. As part of the company's drive to operate the most fuel-efficient equipment available, Sirius has added 4 SK300 LC-11s, 1 SK350 LC-11, and a single SK230 SRLC-10 excavator. I wish they'd give these excavators names rather than numbers. I really do struggle. The new excavators have all been supplied from UK Kobelco dealer Molson Equipment's newly opened depot up in Darlington. We operate on a nationwide basis, but are predominantly centred around Yorkshire, the North East and the North West. The fact that Molson have opened a depot in the North East, in addition to their established base in Warrington, means we essentially have a local dealer should there be any issues over the life of the machines, says Director Stuart Kirk. We think there will be a massive benefit to the group as we rely on the service and backup from dealers in our region. Congratulations to Sirius on their new acquisition, and congratulations obviously to both Kobelco and Molson for supplying these really awesome looking machines. This one really is good news all around, because when you think about it, each machine will require an operator, which means more employment, and £1.2 million investment speaks to a confidence in the future of the sector. So well done to everyone involved. Before we move on, it is day 3 of Around the World in a Dozen Hats. We've already visited the UK with a JCB hat and France with an Ardennes hat yesterday. Well, we're staying here in Europe, and I'll leave you to figure out which country we're in. I actually spoke to one of my friends over at Liebherr just yesterday, and that's probably what prompted my choice of hat for today's show. Who knows where the hat tour will take us tomorrow? Check in to find out. It was Smethwick yesterday and it's Knoll today. The West Midlands is enjoying a busy time right now. Plans are afoot for the construction of 47 affordable new homes, comprising 25 houses and 22 flats. But first, there is a small matter of demolishing the former Broad Plain House Lads Club on the Broadbury Road. The new build portion of the works is thought to be a 2-horse race, but the demolition contract is very much up for grabs. And you can find out more about this project lead and many more just like it over at buildersconference.co.uk. What are you doing on Wednesday, the 19th of May? Well, the European Demolition Association is hosting a free webinar on that day, looking at the role of demolition in disaster recovery. And the session is being hosted by 2 of the industry's great statesmen, David Sinclair of SafeDem over in the States and Bill Moore of ERM. So it promises to be a really excellent event. I will add a link to today's show notes so you can find out more and you can sign up right there and right then. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the past few years, you will know that there is something of a revolution taking place in the field of construction equipment. More specifically, there is a revolution taking place around how construction equipment is fueled and powered. There's been a lot of excitement around hydrogen power and even biofuels, but as it stands today, electricity remains the alternative fuel of choice, at least at the smaller end of the market. And one of the manufacturers at the forefront of embracing electric power is Volvo Construction Equipment. And the company has just produced a short film that highlights the capabilities of its latest electric excavators, but which also puts those machines in a perfect setting. That's a great film, isn't it? I think it highlights a very important subject. In the construction industry, our primary focus is forging the future, I guess. But unless we switch away from our dependence on fossil fuels, we're actually helping to limit that future. Sustainable construction machines, or sustainable construction using machines powered from sustainable sources, is surely the way forward. And I hats off to the folks at Volvo for embracing that to that degree. This is a subject we'll be coming back to again, an exclusive show next week. Off the top of my head, I think it's next Wednesday, but watch this space and I'll be able to confirm that. That just about wraps up things for today. I'll be back here. I'll be back on Instagram Live actually at 3 o'clock this afternoon, talking about demolition accidents, another somber and sobering subject. The show will actually be based upon the findings of a straw poll that I conducted on Instagram over the weekend. So tune in if you can. I'll also be back here on the morrow, same time, same place. And then at 11 o'clock tomorrow, we will be marking Mental Health Awareness Week with a live interview with award-winning builder and broadcaster Andy Stevens. If you follow the On the Tools channel, you will know Andy. So I'm looking forward to that one. But for now, I need to go on make up for 31 years of disappointment and celebrate my wedding anniversary with the long-suffering Mrs. Demolition News. So until then, have a great day, stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends and your colleagues. And although you shouldn't need reminding of it, that's why it's important to look after yourself and your colleagues. 454 suicides in a year. We can do better. We need to do better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon.